Well, recently I come off of a deep revelation that I had that hobby participation is required. And it's one of them things that I even wrote an article about it for Hobby News Daily. And it's one of them things that I really had an aha moment. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, uh, I have to reflect on some constructive criticism that was given, and I have to, you know, see if it has any validity to it and make the appropriate adjustments. And I did that, and I'm thinking, okay, kind of self-reflected, did some self-correction on my end, kind of established some boundaries going forward, and I'm minding my own business, just riding the wave of hobby good feels with Top Series 1. But then as I'm going about my day, I come across a video by Neo Cards and Comics. Now, I love Neo's probably one of my favorite channels to watch. But I came across one of his videos that left me a little stunned. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Neo released this video this week, and it was basically he was just giving a review on some cards that he was going to send in to PSA. And it's one of them things where he showed the cards and kind of gave his reasonings why he was going to send them and this, that, and the other. In that pile of cards that he was going to that he was reviewing were some base cards of 2024 Top Series 1. In the comments section, the most entertaining part about YouTube is the comments section. But I went ahead and I was looking at the comment sections and I came across this comment that really rubbed the fur in the opposite direction. It really triggered me. But here's what was said. I blotted out the name to protect the ignorant or the innocent. And he basically says this: I love your channel and videos, but you're contributing to the millions and millions of junk slabs by grading base cards. And as you can see in the thumbs up and the likes, he had 6 others. And you can only imagine, if you follow my channel for any period of time, you know how protective I am about base cards. And so they triggered the old man again, the old man that says, get off my lawn. As I'm sitting here trying to mind my own business, trying to turn over a new leaf, wouldn't you know it, something like this is said, and it just triggers me. But here's the thing. I believe things are said because we just don't know any better. It's just a lack of ignorance, perhaps a lack of prejudice, perhaps. But it's one of them things where I decided I'm going to make a video on it so I can explain a couple of things on why I'm so protective about base cards. Now, Neil did respond to this commenter by saying, last time I checked, there are not grading police telling people what they can and cannot grade. Good comment there left by Neil, and he had 6 people agreeing with him there. So you see the tug of war there is kind of at a 50-50 here, right? So it's one of them things where I decided to come on and I'm going to share some things that I believe will help educate us about base cards and why they are so important to the hobby today. I'm going to begin here by sharing. I wish I could make this bigger. Hold on one second, maybe there, but then you can't see me. You don't need to see me. But anyways, here's the thing. I want to show you guys something about the set registry that perhaps we are not understanding. The first thing I want us to notice is on the upper left-hand corner, there is this green bar that says 299,400 registered sets. Now, I want to show you some set registries here because I want you to get a glimpse of what is actually going on here. Now, you can see here, you can choose your sport, baseball, basketball, football, etc. And you can see the number of sets that are available for each one. Let's go ahead. I'm going to open up baseball just for the purposes of case in point. Here, it's going to give you categories, right? And here are the categories. You can go by company sets. 30,959 sets are available. If you want to jump in one of those set registries, you can build a set registry. Player sets, 41,088 player sets. Rookie player sets, which is my personal favorite and which is where I typically live, 16,679 sets are available. So here's what I want. So let's just take a look at company sets. Here are the company sets that are available for you to start a set registry. Look, we're starting up here in 1878, folks. Now we continue just scrolling down, and I hope I don't hurt your eyesight here, but I'm going to continue to scroll down. I'm only at 1912. We're going to continue scrolling. And we're going to continue scrolling. Wait a minute. This is taking too long. Let me come over here and kind of grab the slide bar. Look what we're talking about here. Look at the amount of sets that are available. Amazing. So let's just pick one here. Let's look at 1984 Topps Tiffany. Okay. Here's the set registry. These are the people who are ranking. Let's, view set checklist. These are all the cards available in this set registry. Now, here's my case in point, guys. As we continue to scroll down this thing, look at this thing. It is massive. And here's what I want you to understand about what I'm trying to teach you here. These are typically, when you look at them and open them up one by one, what you're going to find is that these are basically base set cards. Yes, folks. Let me repeat that. The majority of this set registry in the category of company sets, the majority of these sets are base set cards. Let's look at some player sets. Now, the player sets are basically divided into a basic set or a master set. You have some exceptions here with Hank Aaron has super set, but for the majority of players, it's basically a basic set and then a master set. Okay. Now this too, it is endless. Okay. And on this side, on the right-hand side, you have modern day player sets, 1970 to present. This is vintage sets. And I mean, it's just, look at this thing. It just goes on forever. It is so long. The wisest thing for you, I mean, look at this. These are all set registries that people belong to. And if you look at, let's just punch in Ken Griffey Jr. because I want us to see something. The player that just about everybody knows. Here are all the set registries available for Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. Master Top Set. Okay. His basic top set. Now, the basic top set is all base cards. Now, the master set is typically going to also include the base set cards. Okay. Super set, master set, basic and collector sets. Here's another Ken Griffey Jr. basic set registry. Basic set meaning base cards. And it goes, this is endless, you guys. What we don't understand is, well, maybe we do understand, but what I want to reiterate is that the size of this set registry library is enormous, and it's very, very a dominating force within the hobby today. And one of the main points that I also wanted to make was PSA is such a dominant force within the grading industry today. a large portion of the market, as we've learned this week, right? As they acquired SGC and all of that goes with it. I'm not going to regurgitate what everybody else. I've watched too much information and too much videos on the topic to really speak on it, because I don't want to like regurgitate what somebody else has said. But I'm going to say what I have always said, that this acquisition that collectors have made just proves once again that they are the uncontested, undisputed heavyweight champions of the world. PSA, friends, is the dominant force in the grading space, whether you like it or not, believe it or not, or know it or not. And here's what I want us to understand. I believe the main reason, that the reason why they are such a powerhouse in the industry, is because of these set registries. These set registries is what has propelled them, that has separated them ahead above the rest. And this is how come this is such an important part of who PSA is. There's a lot of questions going on with the acquisition, but it's one of them things where I don't know. I don't like the idea of SGC merging with the PSA Set Registry. I just think it's too, I guess we'll see. I don't prefer it. I just hope that they make some way, somehow, that they're able to separate the two, whether you want to go PSA or SGC or a hybrid of the two. Just have different categories for whichever way you want to split it up. Me personally, I'm going to stay with the PSA side. But it's one of them things where, yeah, give SGC whatever they need to create their own set registry. Let them, if it's technology, if it's the database, if it's whatever it is that they need now that they're under ownership or under the collector's umbrella, then we can go ahead and give them that and help them establish their own official set registry, right? Because it takes a lot of work to create a database of this magnitude. PSA did not start this set registry the day before yesterday. This is decades in the making. And so let's give SGC whatever it is they want or need to create their own set registries, but let's keep them separate. Or some way to merge the two and give us that option, whichever way we want to go. But my point is that when we say that base set cards are garbage, when we say that they're not necessary, why are you sending base set cards in to get graded? That's a waste of time. That's a waste of money. You're showing just how clueless you really are about grading, about the hobby, about the industry. Because grading base set cards, my friends, is a primary driver of this industry. So it's, instead of knocking it, appreciate it, understand the scope of it, understand what is actually going on before we open up our mouths. And that is kind of where I'm at with it. It just really, comments like that just send me through the roof. And it's like, what is the problem with grading base cards? I just don't get it. When we look at the big picture and we try to understand the totality of everything, we can begin to understand just how important graded base cards are to the entire ecosystem of the hobby. They're affordable, they're easy sellers. You can flip them or turn them around or add them to your set registry. They're liquid. They're important to the day-to-day ecosystem of the hobby. So please, let's encourage base set cards. Not everybody has 9-figure bank accounts sitting on 4.2 acres, folks. The majority, the silent majority of the hobby is going to be people who are into the base set. You and I, we can grade whatever the hell we want to get graded. And not you or I can say or do anything about it. Your opinion was not asked for. Your opinion is not needed. Therefore, anyways, With that being said, guys, hey, listen, we also got to be mindful. Here's the thing, that there's just this ugliness that I see when we discriminate against base cards, right? There's this vibe of just elitism that just, to me, it stinks to high heaven when we want to discredit base cards as being important or being a thing. And we think that if it isn't a one of one, if it isn't a kaboom, if it isn't something high end, that somehow we're a bunch of idiots. Listen, I respect your high end collecting. I appreciate it. And I think there's value, and there's some beautiful cards that are made and created. And I respect what you do. But let's respect what others do as well. If a base set rookie card is all one can really afford, I can afford higher end stuff. I don't want higher end stuff. I want the base set rookie card because, in my opinion, it is the truest form of a rookie card. It is 100% pure rookie card, no additives, no preservatives. And that's how come I want the base set rookie card. And so, listen, it's one of them things that you or I don't have the right to tell people what to get graded. I mean, think about it. It doesn't make sense. And to put a comment out there on someone else's video about why are they sending in that you're part of the problem is, to me, it's unfair. Mind your own business and I'll mind mine. Well, listen, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please consider subscribing, hitting that thumbs up, and I will catch you on the next one.
The true Jordan rookie from 1985.
Bullshit.